Episode 4. As Marissa and Grace were at the hospital, the doctor's report was very surprisingly encouraging. So the doctor approached Marissa. I realize you're the next of kin or the agency that's working with Victoria. Yeah. Well, her condition isn't fatal, but it's not good. Right now, she's in stable condition and we'll have her in detox right now. And she will be under a 30-day detox in the meantime. So she will be here at the hospital detox center. Okay, sounds good, said Marissa. Oh, that's reassuring, said Grace. So Grace decided to tell Marissa at this point. Listen, Grace said to Marissa, I have no other option. I need to get home to my husband and get the house back in order. And I know he canceled his work appointment for this. So if you don't mind, I'm going to step away and just get my home in order. I'm so sorry, said Marissa. I realized you opened your home up to us and did a very nice gesture. And we are going to look for a home and a property, and we will open up our property to somebody in need. Next time, we will definitely take these situations in consideration. It's just we realized that she was in a lot of danger, but she put her other people in danger. It's at the same time. Yes, I understand. I'm glad she's going to get the help she's going to get, said Grace. We are too. We were reassured that if there's any problems at the cottage, just let us know. Okay, said Grace. Grace decides to leave the hospital and calls Michael. Okay, Michael. She's in stable condition. She's going to be at the 30-day detox center. Oh, that's good, said Michael. Meet me over at the cottage. I want to talk to you about the situation there. Okay, I will see you there. I'm about 5 minutes away anyway, so, said Grace to Michael. Okay, Michael said the same thing. I'm only about 5 minutes in distance from the cottage. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, said Grace. So Grace hangs up and she gets to the cottage as Michael is pulling in at the same time. Michael, I am so sorry. Grace, listen, as much as I appreciate the fact that we opened our home up to somebody in need, I have to tell you there's a lot more going on with you working on call again and doing all the things that you do. You've sacrificed and gave up a lot, but I don't I have second thoughts about you getting in this far into it. You're involved in people's lives, and it's a detriment to you personally on a spiritual level, on a physical level, and at the home level. We have kids. We have a weekend full of events going on. Bailey has dance recital. Elijah has a big baseball game coming up tomorrow. I I can't think of a worse time than what we got going on here. There's other things to consider. I would like you to rethink working at that agency for the time being and putting your priorities on your family right now, said Michael. Okay, I can do that. Listen, you decorated my life. Let's stick to decorating. Let's stick to something simple. Let's get back to a simple life, and let's get back to living the life that we're conditioned to living. I don't care if we redecorate the whole house and change up everything. If that's your focus and that's your passion, take your passion and do something different with your life. You know, you can occupy till the Lord comes and do whatever your desire is to make other people happy other than doing this. This is too dangerous. We took a risk. Now let's go into the cottage and see if there's any damages to the cottage, any needles. We can't have the kids going in there getting stabbed by needles. Okay, let's go into the cottage. They go into the cottage and inspect everything to see if there's any needles or anything. And luckily, there wasn't any needles as they could see as he inspected the cottage. It was pretty much tidy because she was laying on the floor the whole time. So they tidied up the cottage and they locked up for the afternoon and they headed back to the house. And they were more concerned about Elijah's baseball game as also Bailey's recital. And there was anticipation of all the events they had going on this weekend, that there was just more consumed by those events than they would want to be consumed by this tragic event. And prioritize your life. You have to prioritize what's important. And these other things are so secondary to Michael that Michael explained it to Grace and said, Grace, do you realize that these other things are so insignificant to compare to what our priorities really are? Our family, our values, our things that we work so hard for. These things are just more important right now. I agree, said Grace. I agree. We are going to get it back in order today, right now.